Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to show you how to use Google URL Builder. This is one of the many marketing tools I use on a regular basis. It helps me track the campaign and mediums and allows me to track by keyword or content or offer how they are performing either by revenue or just by visits and sessions. First, we're going to show you how to use the URL Builder. Then we'll show an example of using it in Gmail, and then we'll show you how it looks in Google Analytics. So right now we're in Campaign URL Builder. You can find it by Googling Campaign URL Builder and it'll come up. The first thing you want to fill out is the website URL. Now in this example, I'm just going to use a generic one like target.com, but this normally would be your website. So whatever your website URL, you want to put the full URL in this top column. In this example, the campaign source is going to be Gmail. This could be Google, it could be Twitter, it could be Constant Contact. If you use HubSpot or MailChimp or any of those, you could also put in your campaign source. Now the campaign medium, that is what type of medium are you using? Are you using cost per click? Are you using a banner ad? Are you using email? Are you using a display ad? So there's all different types of different campaign mediums that you could use. Now the campaign name is if you want to differentiate between the offer or maybe the type of campaign. In this example, I'm going to use Easter. Maybe you're doing a Christmas campaign or a 50% off sale. You would put that in there for the campaign, because at the end of the year you're going to have all your campaigns in your analytics, and you're going to want to know which of the different campaigns are working, and you're also going to want to be able to take a look at your sources and your mediums and determine which of your advertising or of your social media tools that you're putting out a bunch of content, which ones are producing the most visits, which ones are driving the most revenue. So in this case, once you build out your source, medium, and name, which is required, you could also put in things if you're doing cost per click like campaign terms or campaign content if you're doing different blogs or different sources of blogs. But in this example, we're going to use the source, the medium, and the name of the campaign to try to differentiate the content. So what this does is generate a campaign URL, and in this example it takes your web address along with the source, the medium, and the campaign and puts it all into one URL. Now you could do a convert to short link, or you could do a copy URL. In this example, I'm just going to do the copy URL because then we're going to go into Gmail and show you how to set it in there. And you could do that in anything, Constant Contact, HubSpot, or anything like that. And then we're actually going to go into Google Analytics and take a look how it shows up, where you can find how it's working. So in this example, we're going to copy the URL. Now we're going to go to Gmail. Now that we've built our URL builder, let's test this out, that make sure that it's working, and then we'll go into Google Analytics to make sure that it's tracking and show you how it shows up in your Google Analytics. Now we built it in the first part of this video in Google URL Builder. Now I'm in Gmail, and since we're doing a test of Gmail, you just do a simple test message, and we're going to highlight URL Builder, and we're going to insert a link, and this is where you paste the link that you just did, and this is what comes up. This is your source, Gmail. This is your medium, email, and your campaign is Easter. And that will allow you to, and then you just hit OK, and now that embedded link is in the copy. So what you want to do next, now that embedded link is now in your email, and you send that out, and then we'll take a look what happens when somebody clicks on that link. We'll see what it looks like in your Google Analytics next. You've built the Google URL Builder, then you sent off the email. Now we are inside Google Analytics, and what you do is you go to your traffic sources, and since I'm currently using that, I'm going to use my real-time traffic sources, but you could also use your acquisition traffic sources, and you select the dates that you sent out the email or the dates that you sent out the tweet or LinkedIn post, whatever it is, and then you can take a look, and this shows you, here is the medium, which is the email, and the source is Gmail. So that means the link is working. If I wanted to break it down and see the campaign, I could also go into my campaigns tab and it would be showing up as Easter. That's a look at Google URL Builder. Make sure to track all of your different campaigns and sources, whether they're LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, email, and all of the different campaigns. It'll help you determine your ROI. It'll help you determine which of, if you're a content type strategist, you can determine which content is working, how long they're staying on the site. And also, if you want to track revenue, if you have your revenue set up and people are actually buying from your links, you can see that as well. Hit like or subscribe, or tell me if you are using Google URL Builder. Until we see you in the next video.